Tony.
There's a break in there. Come on, break.
What's your 20, buddy?
Everton, what's yours?
Forward. What's Center City, Philadelphia, Roger?
Roger. What's the old handle?
Dallas 1, Comstock Kid, Roger.
Oh, 10-4 Comstock Kid. This is Tiny out here in Havertown. 10-4.
10-4 there, Tony. 10-4. Yes, I have the copy up there.
Oh, not too bad. Coming up here about a 10.
Alright guys, well on the bench I have a Cobra 148 Night Watch ST, sound tracker. So this one belongs to Kevin in Vermont. Sent this to me. Wasn't transmitting, or was had a very little carrier on AM. And also he just wanted it kind of gone through and make sure that everything is okay. He did ask about the Night Watch, and I told him it was unfixable. Just one of those things. So he just wants a regular radio. Nothing special. Doesn't want anything crazy done to it. Just wants it fixed and working right. So anyway, I changed out the driver. Final was actually okay. So I had a good a Mitsubishi 2166. Really good takeout from a radio. Obviously you can't buy these new. If you see them, chances are they are a fake. But anyway, people kind of pass these radios off, and they're like, oh, it's the Chinese made Cobra 148. Actually, my opinion on AM, these are the better modulating radios on AM than any other version of the Cobra 148. Whatever, even if it's the original Japanese or Philippine or Taiwan, Malaysia, whatever one you want to talk about. The latest version, the Chinese made versions, are way better modulating AM radios. So now sideband, that's a different story, and I think that's why people kind of just don't really care for these. But it's because of an issue. So there's actually a service bulletin from Cobra itself back in 2002, and it is it's TSB 10015, and this pertains to, it says the 148, GTL ST, and the 148 Night Watch ST, which is this one. But my experience, I only find this issue on the Night Watch ST, the sound tracker Night Watch radios. And what it is it's a warble on sideband, and this particular radio has it. So on AM, crystal clear. So I'll show you, I'll tell you guys what the fix is too. And it seems to be more prevalent when the ST is off. When the ST is on, you don't notice it as much. It's still there, but not as much. And for those who hate on the ST, if you actually really hear the difference, the ST actually does work. It's definitely going to cut through a little bit better than when it's off. Is it something that I particularly look for in a radio? No, but if it's there, honestly, I keep it on. I had a Cobra Night, a 29 ST, and I loved it. But anyway, that's just my opinion, of course. So I'm going to kind of exaggerate my voice a little bit so you guys can actually hear the warble, the distortion. So, obviously you never would really talk the way I'm going to talk on the mic, but it's just so you guys can actually hear the warble. So, anyway, let me try to, let's hear AM first. We'll do AM with ST off, AM with the ST on, and then we'll do lower sideband with it on and off. So, alright, here, so we're on 18, because 19, you got a ton of skip coming in, so we're one channel down. Alright, AM. Put this to AM. So this is all done in real time, so if this thing squeals, I'll have to adjust, but check. So this is ST off.
Check. Check 1, check 2. Check 1, check 2.
ST on.
Check 1, check 2. Check 1, check 2. Check 1, check 2.
Honestly, I know you guys can't see me, but I am talking the same distance into the mic.
This is off. This is off. This is on. This is on. ST off. ST on.
So it does make a difference. Hopefully you guys can hear that. All right, so now let's go to lower sideband with the sound tracker off. And again, I'm going to exaggerate my voice here so you guys can actually hear that warble. So this is ST, there it goes. So this is ST off. This is ST on. This is ST off. Check, 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 check. Audio. Check, 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 check. This is ST on. This is ST on. You can still kind of hear it. There is the distortion. So, yeah. So that's why people kind of hate on the Chinese-made 148s, and rightfully so. You know, you buy a radio, and you get a Cobra 148 because it's a really great sideband radio. You know, who wants the radio just for AM? If that's the case, then you just you buy a Cobra 129 or whatever else. So what's the cure here? So the cure is to change out C172 with a higher rated capacitance. So we're going to go from 1,000 to 2,200. And that should solve the problem. So according to Cobra, the issue here is warble when transmitting on sideband. This can occur if the power supply cannot keep up with the power demands of the transmitter. Replace C172 with the 2,200 microfarad capacitor. Adjustments none. Note, if C172 is changed to a 2,200 microfarad, it may make the radio more susceptible to alternator noise. For this reason, change C172 only when necessary. So I've known about this, so I see a lot of people just change that out to a higher capacitance anyway. So according to Cobra, and I'm assuming their engineers know more so than a lot of the people, including myself, I don't automatically upgrade that capacitor simply because of that. So when I recap these radios, I leave that at 1,000. I notice some people increase the capacitance, and it's not always the best thing. So if you're using these as a base station, you know what, probably not an issue. But if you're using this in a mobile setup, which the radio is intended to be used as a mobile, it could leave you more susceptible to alternator noise. And yeah, that's just probably not the case on a newer vehicle. A lot of the stuff is, it's different, right? So we had spark plug wires and, different types of things back in the older vehicles. Distributors and whatnot. So the tech is a little bit different now. So it might not be as dramatic when it comes to road noise or, alternator noise. But just something to keep in mind. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and do it to this radio, simply because it just sounds like crap. So, and I think it'll be okay, especially if it's going to be, I think he has this in a truck anyway, so I believe, if I remember correctly. So, the chances of having alternator noise are a lot less. But anyway, you can be like, well, what's alternator noise is going to be different than like spark plug interference. Yeah, but they're both kind of related. But anyway, all right, enough talk. Let me get that cap in, and we can hear the difference. All right, so there's the cap that's been replaced, and I got the radio back together. So another thing to note is the first, I don't do this. But this isn't the first thing I go for when I hear that. So I always will check the driver and the final biases. I noticed that when on any of the 148s, if they're too low or too high, but it seems to be more on the low side. If you set the driver bias too low, you will get that warble sound. It does happen on on both things, too high or too low. But anyway, that's what I would normally go for, and it will usually solve the problem. But when that doesn't solve the problem, and everything else is okay with the radio, the biases are okay, your modulation is set proper, everything is cool, and you still get that that issue, this is probably going to be your next repair. But in the case of this radio, it was that cap just needed to be replaced. So, alright, so now let's do lower sideband. And I think I have this set up so it won't squeal on us. And ST is off.
Check 1, check 2, check, 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 check 1, check 2. That is a lot better. A lot better. Hopefully you guys can hear that.
Let's put ST on. Hopefully it won't squeal, because there is a difference.
Check 1, check 2.
I know that, you know, trying to capture audio from a camera really isn't the best, but hopefully you guys can hear the difference.
Check 1, check 2, check, 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 check 1, check 2, check 1. Check 1, check 2.
That's with sound tracker on. Sound tracker off.
Check 1, check 2, check 1, check 2.
Sound tracker's back on.
Check 1, check 2, check 1, check 2.
Alright, well, hopefully that helps somebody. You know, if you're having issues with sideband transmit quality. Also, my opinion, I would run the ST on. I think it does work. So, you know, whatever. It is what it is. Alright guys, thanks for watching.